Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hikmul Kumala, student of Economic Education in UNP. In this video, I will explain about typology Klassen. So, please enjoy it. Well, this time I will present about the analysis of Klassen typology. Klassen typology is used to describe the pattern and structure of economic growth in each region. Typology Klassen basically divide regions based on two main indicators, namely regional economic growth and regional per capita income. The data I use is Malang City data and East Java Province data. In compiling a classification typology analysis, we need data on GDRP Malang and GDRP of East Java Province. First of all, I took the GDRP data of Malang City from 2017 until 2019. After we get the GDRP of Malang City, the next step we take is to find the growth rate of the Malang City. We can obtain the growth rate for each category of business field by means of the 2018 GDRP minus 2017 GDRP divided by the 2017 GDRP. After that, we can obtain the growth rate in the form of percentage. This also applies in 2019, namely by reducing the GDRP 2019 by 2018 and then dividing it with the 2018 GDRP. After that, we can get the growth rate in each category of business field. After knowing the growth rate in each category of business field in 2018 and 2019, after that, we look for the average in each category by dividing the growth rate in 2018 by the growth rate in 2019. After that, we can get the average. After knowing the growth rate in each category of business field in the Malang City, we have to find the contribution of each category of business field by dividing the GDRP of Malang City into a category of business field in 2018 with the total GDRP of the Malang City. This also applies in seeking contribution in 2019, in which a category of business field is reduced by the total GDRP of Malang City. After we know the contribution in 2018 and 2019, then we look for the average of the 2 years, namely by dividing the contribution in 2018 by the contribution of 2019. After we process the GDRP data of Malang City, what we did next was processing the data of East Java Province. In processing data in East Java Province, this is the same as the process in processing data on the GDRP of Malang City. After we process the GDRP data of Malang City with the GDRP of East Java Province, what we do next is to process the classical typology analysis. What we do next is to process the Klassen typology analysis, namely by entering the average growth and average distribution or contribution in East Java Province and the average growth and average distribution or contribution in the Malang City. Based on the existing classification typology formula, G shows the average growth of East Java Province and S shows the average distribution of East Java Province. GI shows the average growth of Malang City and SE is the average distribution of Malang City. In this classification typology formula, there are 4 quadrants, namely the first quadrant of the advanced sector and growing rapidly, in the second quadrant of the developed sector but being depressed, quadrant 3 of the potential sector are still developing rapidly, and the fourth sector quadrant is relatively left behind. Okay, we see in the category of agricultural business, forestry and fisheries, GI is greater than G. Then in this category, it is included in quadrant 1 or 3. Then we see that SE smaller than S. So in this category, include in quadrant 3, namely the potential sector or can still develop with rapidly. Furthermore, in the mining and excavation category, GI is smaller than G. Then it is included in quadrant 2 or 4. Then the S is smaller than S. It can be seen that this category includes the fourth quadrant, namely the relatively underdeveloped sector. This also applies to other categories of business fields, which can be seen from the typology analysis formula. So that's all my explanation about typology concept. I hope you understand it, and thank you.